It's a Victorian pub with living accommodation upstairs. Yeah. I'll have to call you back.
Morning.
Morning. Woo, someone's got it bad.
Sorry?
Nothing. It's just nice to see you happy for a change, especially after last week.
Oh, it's just a mistake. All fine now.
New woman, eh?
Oh, more like a new Dennis.
Oh.
Do you know, I never thought he'd actually propose.
Well, sounds like you got him tamed.
Yeah, scary thought, huh?
Well, I won't worry about it. One wrong word or a funny look, he's bound to go back to his moody old self again.
Do you think so?
Yeah, someone's bound to bring up the tired brother-sister line again. Oh, I'm sorry, babe. I just assumed that's why you hadn't made an announcement.
Well, to be honest, we haven't even talked about telling other people. It's all been so quick.
Yeah, well, if they don't like it, stuff them. You don't have to stick around to hear it. Anyway, once you've sold that bookies, you can go anywhere you like.
Well, that's if we decide to leave. Nothing's definite.
Of course. You don't want to let a bunch of old busybodies run your life. Dennis loves you. No amount of gossip's going to change that.
So, have you thought any more about making a proper announcement about the wedding yet?
Well, it's no skin off my nose and do it whenever you like.
Only Chrissy thinks people might have something to say about it.
Well, not this again.
Well, I thought that's why you don't want to tell anyone yet.
Well, what do I care what people have to say?
Look, sweetheart, I didn't mean to upset you.
Oh, you didn't really, Chrissy. I'm fine.
Look, we can tell people today if that's what you want.
Well, it's a bit short notice to arrange a party, isn't it?
It's a drink, not the Golden Jubilee. It's not that big a deal.
Well, Chris is right. How are we going to get everyone here, eh?
Are you kidding? It's obvious. Come on.
Oh, look, this is the one that's been leaking over all the others.
I don't know why you wanted me here hanging around doing this.
Because stock take is a pain. I mean, you get a sudden rush on, you forget what you've counted and what you haven't.
Morning, Sugar Pants.
You behave yourself.
Morning, Doc.
Hello, Sharon.
So, listen, Doc, what are you doing later? Because we're thinking of opening some champagne in the Vic about 4.
Oh, I can't. I'll be working. Anyway, what's the occasion?
Me and Sharon are getting married.
He insisted you were the first to know, Doc.
Married?
You and Pauline, obviously.
But you can't.
Of course I can, Pauline. Why ever not?
Well, it was only 2 minutes ago. We thought he was away on his toes. And anyway, they're...
With what, Pauline?
People will talk.
Yes, but not us, Pauline. I mean, we ain't ones to gossip, are we? It was a bit sudden, you know. So, congratulations.
Well, what about your father? I mean, he's not going to be happy about this.
Yeah, well, it's nothing to do with them either, Paul.
And he's not about, so I don't think we'll invite him.
People are going to have something to say about that and all.
What people? Interfering old women with nothing better to talk about?
No, I just mean people.
Of course, because this is Walford, isn't it? Too much to expect everyone to mind their own business. We'll have a drink another time. Come on, Sharon.
Well, everyone will know we're getting married by now.
Well, everyone will know what Pauline thinks about it, you mean?
Oh, now how did Pauline take it?
Overjoyed.
She'll come round.
Oh, who cares what she thinks? You can get married anywhere you like. Maui, Las Vegas. Once you sell the bookies, the world's your oyster.
Well, Pat has been biting my arm off to finalise.
Are you really sure you want to sell it?
Yeah, everything's going ahead.
But nothing's signed over.
Yeah, but it's only a matter of days now, isn't it?
I think you should keep hold of it.
Sharon...
No, I'm serious, babe. It makes sense.
But it's decided, isn't it? And once you sell it, you can go anywhere you like.
We should keep the bookies. Think about it. You know, there's always something to come back to, something to rely on. And no matter what happens, there'll always be regular income. Dennis, you're glazing over.
No, I'm not. I'm listening. It's just... Well, all this talk of regular income, it might give Ian Beale a cheap feel, but it does nothing for me. Look, if we sell the bookies, we can get the cash, we can go anywhere we like.
Doesn't that sound lovely?
But it's not the same, is it? And it is where you proposed to me.
What do you want me to do, put up a blue plaque?
Well, it's about us now, isn't it? And it would make so much more sense if we kept it, really.
Pat is going to kill me.
All right, so that's that, is it?
No, Pat is really going to hate me. She's going to beat me with a briefcase.
That's a businesswoman. She'll understand. So?
OK, come on then.
Well, things certainly keep changing round here, don't they? Certainly keeps us all on our toes. Hello. Yeah, it's Mrs. Watts here. I spoke to you earlier. Sorry about that. My battery on my phone died. Yeah, is it possible to send someone round today?
You are sure about this, aren't you?
Make up your mind. It was your idea.
I know. I don't want you staying just to be bloody minded, though, do you?
I'm not. And anyway, it's not like it's going to be permanent. We can still go on our travels after this wedding palaver's over. I'm just not having people thinking we're ashamed of anything.
So is that the only reason you changed your mind?
Of course not. I mean, all that stuff that you said about hanging on to earnings, that made sense too.
Oh, glad to be about. Says I'm going to go and smooth things over with Pauline. You get off here.
Suit yourself.
Well, I hear congratulations are in order. When did all this happen?
Let me guess, Pauline Fowler.
You didn't think she'd keep that quiet, did you? No, I'm really happy for the both of you.
Thing is, Pat, we're going to be hanging around here for a bit, so I won't be selling the bookies just yet. I mean, your job's safe, you know, for as long as you want it.
Don't you worry about me. You've got a wedding to plan. And I bet Sharon is driving you mad already.
Yeah, something like that. Well, anyway, I'm going to catch you later, OK?
Yeah.
I just don't understand how it all happened to me. I thought he'd left you.
Oh, it's just a misunderstanding.
Some misunderstanding, that is. I mean, one minute he's left you, the next minute you're engaged and he's shouting the odds at me in the street.
And one minute you're on at him because he's taking me away, and the next you're on at him because we're staying around. Paulie just gets a bit emotional when he thinks people are having a go.
Emotional, that one. That's a laugh. The only time I've ever seen him get emotional is with his fist.
No, he's not really like that. He's quite romantic when he wants.
Oh, yeah, and then what did he do? Go down on one knee and present you with a socking great diamond ring?
Oh, no, not exactly.
Well, then. So, have you discussed which church, or is he going to wait until you're miles away from Walford, rent 2 witnesses and a registry office?
Well, it was all a bit out of the blue. We haven't really had time to discuss it.
It's very romantic.
Anyway, none of that matters. He wants to marry me. That's what counts.
Apologise to her for me.
Oh, sort of.
I don't see why.
God, she was really good to me when we were kids. No matter how crazy it got here with Mum and Dad, I could always go around there and see Shell and feel sane for an hour or two.
Same. With Fowler the Growler.
You didn't know when Arthur was still here. You know, a couple that had been married for years, 3 kids, Gran in the front room. I was living in a few rooms above a pub with an alcoholic and Walford dancer to Hugh Hefner.
Yeah, well, there are worse ways to be brought up.
I know. Look, I'm just saying I owe her.
Someone at the back door for you.
Oh, right, I'll keep an eye on things, Demetri.
Yeah, sure.
Office did mention the need for discretion, didn't they?
Of course. It's not that out of the ordinary.
It's a very tight-knit community around here. People are quick to talk.
Really, Mrs. Watts, there's no need to explain.
Oh, Chrissy, please. The living room's in here. My husband, he wasn't the kindest of men or the most faithful. He had an affair with a young girl around here, a very young girl, a neighbour. So things have got a bit ugly, so I need to move on.
These other residents, Dennis and Sharon, are they tenants?
Oh, no, nothing official like that. They're just friends. They're getting married soon anyway, so they're going to be moving out. Excuse me a minute.
Of course.
You all right?
Yeah, fine.
Visitor?
Yeah.
Business or pleasure?
Well, pleasure, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Bloke I met in the club a couple of weeks back said if he was in the area, he'd pop in. So he popped in.
I'll leave you to it, then. Good luck.
Thanks.
Oh, I was just coming over to see you.
Well, I've saved you a trip then, haven't I?
You do realise how unhappy you're making Sharon?
What, by having a pop at her in public about who she chooses to marry?
You're not too big for a clip round the ear, you know. Look, this is her wedding. It's important to her. She wants to show off. She wants
You're
to...
the one who told her she was going to get run out of town by a bunch of peasants with torches.
Never mind what I said. I can be as stupid as you sometimes, except I have to try harder. It's about time you start to show that girl a bit of affection and let her see what this marriage means to you. Anyway, why did you come here? Do you want to give me an ear bashing or something?
Actually, I came to apologise.
Sorry?
Now, personally, I couldn't give a stuff what you think, but Sharon seems to think it's important, so for her sake, I'm sorry if I upset you.
And you call that an apology?
Well, it's the closest you're going to get.
Right, then. Well, I don't know what you're hanging around here for. You've got a wedding announcement to make, a proper one.
Eh?
Just go over to the Vic, make sure they've got plenty of champagne in, and I'll do the rest.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, go on.
I don't think we'll have much problem selling the place, even with limited advertising.
Great, thanks.
Obviously, with any sale, we always advise the client of as much paperwork available as possible.
Well, I've got to be very careful about that sort of thing, being the licensee.
It's mainly the documentation of the property itself that buyers need first. Deeds, mortgage papers, anything like that.
Yeah, of course.
But as you say, your husband's readily agreed to sell up. I'm sure you have all that information already signed over in your name.
First thing I made him do when I told him he was leaving. Sign it all over.
Great. Should be no problem then.
Great, thanks.
We'll be in touch.
Okay.
Yes, coffee? You look great.
Thanks.
Must be love, eh?
Jane's in a good mood.
She was like that with me and all. I gave you 3 guesses why your mate Pauline Fowler's shouting her mouth off.
Oh, let's not start that again, please.
Sorry. Listen, let's go and have a drink in a Vic.
Well, I thought we were going out later.
Well, we can have a drink first.
Have I got a coffee?
Well, drink it quickly.
All right.
Just imagine all them years not even knowing about each other, then finding each other just like that and falling in love.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if it was some sort of syndrome. Probably been some research done on it.
Man, you got no soul at all. Rosie's right. It's a small miracle if you ask me.
What's going on?
Here. Have you got something to say, young man?
Are you sure you wouldn't rather say that? Ladies and gentlemen, if I can have a bit of hush, please. I would just like to announce, for those unlikely few who managed to miss the Bush Telegraph over here, that this beautiful lady here, who I love, has kindly consented to be my wife.
Did you do all this?
Well, I told him it wasn't a good idea. I said I'm sure he preferred to have a big do, you know, instead of something all cobbled together at the last minute, but he wouldn't listen.
Thank you, darling. It's lovely.
Oh, everyone! Dennis and Sharon!
Dennis and Sharon!
I'm no expert at arranging weddings, but I can still help.
Pat, you are okay about the bookies, aren't you?
You've done me a favour, love. I don't need a headache like that. Now, how can I help?
Oh, we're not doing anything fancy.
Oh, you've got to do something fancy. It's your wedding.
Yeah, and you would have wanted me to lend a hand. So, there must be something I can do. Booking the cars, helping you buy the dress.
Pat, I don't need a big fancy wedding dress for the registry office. A suit will do.
Oh, Rosie, do you mind, love?
Oh, yeah.
It's your day, love. It's special.
No, Pat.
Oh, sorry.
Come to me. Oh, hello. Yes.
Where's Chrissy?
Oh, she's upstairs. Hang on a minute. Who are you?
I'm a friend. And I suppose you must be Sharon.
Yeah, that's right.
Dan Watts' princess.
You know my dad?
Lived in Spain. Everyone round my way knows Dan Watts.
Oh, Amanda!
Hey.
Oh! I wasn't expecting you so early.
Yeah, I took a couple of days off work.
Oh, that's fantastic. Come on up. Oh, sorry. Do you know...
It's okay. We've met.
Taking the time off work.
I didn't need to be in court for a few days. And I've been worried about you. You know, all these things you've been telling me on the phone, what you're going through. It's high time you sold this dump.
Yeah, if only I could, Mad. But it's not that simple.
What's he done this time?
Estate agent came round. He said I can only sell with Den's signature. So that's it. You know, I'm stuffed. I'm trapped here.
OK, I'll get onto it for you.
Oh, thanks, Mad. What can you do?
Well, he can't hide forever. I'll find him. And when I do, we'll make him sign.
No, Look, man, things got really ugly towards the end. Den has really covered his tracks this time. It could take months, even years, to find him. I can't wait that long. I don't know what to do. I can't get away from him. I can't get away from his family. I mean, it's just awful.
I'll tell him to go. I'll tell him right now.
No, man, don't, please. Do not stir it with them. It's bad enough as it is. I just want to sell the pub. I just want to get out.
I know you do. But you don't need them in your face 24/7 reminding you of him.
Sharon is not going to leave this pub without a fight, and I haven't got the stomach for it. Yeah, I have to live here. I've got nowhere else to go. I can't even ask you to stay without asking them.
Don't worry about me. I'll find a B&B or something.
And what am I going to do? I just want to sell. I just want to move on.
I know. But without Den's signature, it's just not possible.
You'll be all right opening up, won't you? I want to find Amanda a B&B.
She's arranging her wedding here.
Well, she doesn't have to do it all this morning, does she, Pat?
Well, you can't hang around. Everything gets booked up.
It's all right, Chrissy. I'll find somewhere on my own.
No, you don't know your way around.
It's okay. I'll open up Chrissy.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
You know, I can understand why you're keeping it quiet. I think you're doing the right thing.
Sorry?
Well, you know, brother and sister getting married.
Oi, they're not blood relatives. They only met a couple of years ago.
I've got a brother. Believe me, growing up with him, I thought his girlfriends were insanely deluded for dating him. Still, it's pretty weird, though.
And who are you?
Oh, it's my friend Dennis, Amanda.
Tell your friends keep her mouth shut. She knows what's good for her.
I'm sure she didn't mean any offence.
I'm going down the bookies. I'll catch you later.
For your information, I'm not keeping it quiet.
Well, you're hardly going to announce it in the local paper, though, are you? I mean, the journos could start asking some very awkward questions.
Who is this woman and why are we getting the benefit of her opinion?
Come on, Amanda, let's find you a P&P.
Oh, it's my job to give advice. You know,
Amanda
sometimes...
Chris's.
Don't you listen to her, Sharon.
Yeah, well, she's only saying what other people are thinking.
Oh, that's not true.
But it's what you thought, Paul.
Well, at first, maybe, but when I saw how important it was to you...
Do you know what? Well, maybe it's not helping you trying to keep this wedding low-key. It could give out the wrong message, like you're ashamed or something.
She's not ashamed.
I know, but she don't want a church. She don't want a wedding dress.
Well, you don't want a proper wedding dress.
I'm not ashamed, Pat.
That's not what I'm saying, darling.
And you're right. There's no reason I shouldn't have a proper wedding dress.
Well, there's some lovely ones in there.
Lovely. Well, shouldn't you be getting back to the bookies, Pat?
No,
It's all right, we can manage.
Come on, Paul. Sharon, I could see you in that one. Yeah? I think I prefer this one. Here, sit down, join us. Oh, the bar. We're not busy. We can watch from here. OK. What do you think of this one?
Who's meant to be on the... It's Mo? What do you think you're doing?
Oh, it's me. I said you could sit down here.
Oh, you did you?
Well, there's no one waiting for a drink, Chrissy.
She acts like she owns the place.
No, she does, doesn't she? Her dad does.
Look at her. Still Daddy's spoilt little princess. Just has to snap her fingers.
Patrick arranged a gospel choir for my wedding, you know. I could try and contact them for you, Sharon.
Surely you're not having a church wedding?
Oh, no, she wants the registry office.
Well, there's no reason we couldn't get married in a church. We've as much right as anyone else.
Oh, that would make it perfect.
How many tears you going to have on your cake?
I haven't really thought about it, Mo.
Well, it's got to be plenty to go around. When it comes to the cake, you don't want quality, you want quantity. Come to think of it, it's the same with the groom.
Oh! I always wanted to get married in one of them horse-drawn open-top carriages.
Just might like the horse would bolt.
As long as the groom don't. Oh, you're going to look a picture. I wish I could see it.
Well, you get an invite, Rosie. So will anyone else who wants to come.
Oh, thanks.
You're on a free bar with your matrimonials, are you?
Oh, is that the mark of a good wedding, is it, Jim?
It is as far as he's concerned.
Well, I hope you're having vol-au-vents and all, because me and Dorothy, we had vol-au-vents at our wedding.
Yeah, Chrissy could do the reception here.
Oh, I could I?
Yeah, well, it is her dad's pub, isn't it? And we could put tables
I
out.
suppose you're footing the bill.
Well, looks like that's what's expected.
Jim, Dot hasn't turned up to do her shift.
She should be back by now, though.
Yes, well, I can't cover for her. I've got a wedding to organise.
It's a non-runner.
Oh, yeah. You two, you haven't seen Dorothy, have you?
Yeah, she's sinking all her savings from the 12:30 at Doncaster. Why, what's wrong?
Well, she ain't turned up to the laundrette and the driving test finished hours ago.
Or maybe they're running late.
Oh, yeah, you want to get over the Vic, you, discussing your wedding plans. It's going to be the biggest one round here for years.
Since when?
Talking about nothing else over there, mate. I tell you, it's going to be a big church, horse and carriage, proper sit-down, slap-up meal. Even the Millers have been invited.
I thought it was going to be a little do.
You're getting married, but I don't think you could be calling the shots from now on, you know. So you better kiss your freedom. Bye-bye!
No, he wants to get married, otherwise he wouldn't have gone through all he went through, would he, eh? You're just jealous, you, mate.
Jealous? Whoa. Look, now, man, everybody know you live in mortal fear, Dot.
Patrick. That shop doesn't run itself, you know.
Oh, don't take him away yet. He was just telling us about the joys of marriage.
Yes? Well, I have to say, I can hardly wait for your wedding. It's going to be spectacular.
Right.
And what were you saying about weddings, Patrick?
Oh, our marriage, man, that was the best day of my life, you know. Yeah, just the two of us. You know, my boys, my best friend, Jim and Dot. People who really mattered, man.
Yeah, well, if you see her, tell her I'm sitting at home, mate, will you?
Jim's looking for you. Well, come on in out with it. What do you do? Run a red light, knock someone over?
It was a theory test, and it's funny because I've let everybody down. I don't know what I was thinking of, you know, trying to learn to drive at my age.
Well, it'll be easier next time.
Well, it ain't going to be a next time. I ain't putting myself through that again.
Why not? I mean, you only have to get through one day and then it's done. A bit like a wedding.
What you talking about? Can't compare a wedding to a driving test.
Is Wembley Stadium finished yet?
What?
Well, because if it is, Sharon will be booking it.
Oh. Oh, it's getting too big for you, is it? You'll have to tell her.
Yeah, right, easy. And I'll do that while you're hiding from Jim, shall I?
I ain't hiding. Anyway, it's different. I let him down.
You only let him down if you don't give it another go. Come on, I'll buy you a sherry, Dutch courage, a double.
No, I couldn't.
Why not? It's not like you're driving anywhere.
All right, Dennis, you can have your little quip. And I'll give you something else. You're right about one thing. I've got to go and face Jim. And if you know what's good for you, you'll go and find Sharon, and you'll tell her how you feel.
So, how do you know Chrissy?
Knew her in Spain, her and Em.
All right. Have you heard from him?
He'd hardly contact me.
Well, you should be told about the wedding. You might want to come.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like he's losing a daughter, is it? He's also gaining a son. Or am I getting slightly confused here?
Yes, well, he has a right to know.
Sharon's made it perfectly clear she doesn't want him at the wedding.
Yeah, well, she might be saying that now, but she'll regret it later on.
And what about Chrissy? Maybe she doesn't want him at the wedding.
This isn't about Chrissy. This is about Dennis Watts and his daughter. I mean, Sharon's always had a special place in his heart. Wives, girlfriends, they come and go, but he has always adored Sharon.
Going to be the biggest wedding they've ever had round here.
Yeah?
She's going to have her dress made special. I know a bloke that sells off-the-peg suits, Savile Row quality, but quarter of the price.
Oh, something borrowed, something blue, something nicked.
They're kosher.
Yeah, right.
People are making all sorts of suggestions, usually better than that one.
What's all this I'm hearing about us getting married in a church?
But why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't we show people how we feel?
Because I don't care what they think.
No, but you can still have a proper wedding, can't we, like other people?
It is a proper wedding.
Yeah, but something everyone can see.
Sharon, this is supposed to be our day. Now it's turning into some sort of street party. Why can't we just invite the people that we care about? You know, Dot and Jim and Pauline for you and Ian.
Is that what you want?
Well, it would make it a lot more special. Look, if this is what you want, then it's okay with me. It's just going to be one day, isn't it?
No, how you said it sounded so much better. I just got carried away. And in the end, all I want is you.
Smoothie.
Still going to get you a new suit, though.
What are you talking about? That's a cracking deal Mo's offering.
Sharon can have the Vic. I can't do this anymore.
You've got to fight. You've got to fight Dan and his family of vultures.
I can't. I haven't got the strength. They're taking over.
You're a survivor, Chrissy, and you'll get through this.
You know what the stupid thing is? I miss him. I wish he hadn't gone. I wish none of it had happened.
Don't talk like that. You sound like you'd take him back.
Yeah, I probably would. The way I always used to. The old Den Watts charm.
Do you think he'd show up at the wedding?
I don't know.
And you'd take him back?
I'm so alone, man, and I'm going to be stuck here.
I won't let that happen. You just got to sell this place and put everything behind
But
you.
I can't, can I? I want to, but I can't. Not without seeing Dan and
You
making...
won't have to. We'll get the pub from him.
But you said that...
I know what I said. But you can't live like this. Look, don't worry. I'll sort something out, I promise, okay?
Thanks, man. Who? Rosie. If I'd have known, I wouldn't have had a go at her about missing work.
Well, it's not the sort of news you want broadcast, is it?
Yeah,
Do you mind if I take these, babe?
Yeah, sure. Why do you want them?
Spain, the tea's terrible, isn't it?
Sharon, are you sure you know what you're doing? It all seems a bit sudden rushing off like this. Why don't you just take a bit of time, think it through, think about the consequences?
Well, why do you think I'm going now? The less time I leave for last-minute nerves, the better.
All right.
What do you think about Sharon running off like this?
Well, it depends what you're asking. Do I want to see Den again? No, not particularly. But do I want to see Sharon happy? Then, yeah. There you go. One return flight booked.
Thanks, baby.
What time are you leaving?
11 o'clock tonight.
And you
you want them back by, Sharon?
By closing time, if that's okay. I need to leave here by 9 at the latest.
Seeing as it's you.
Thanks, I owe you.
Oh, you can bring me back a bottle of sangria.
Yeah, I'll be bringing back more than that, hopefully. See ya. What's that? Sharon going on holiday?
Oh, she's off to Spain. Gone to look for her dad.
What? I've just seen Sharon at the laundrette. Why didn't you tell me that she was going to Spain?
Because I only found out myself last night.
Okay. When's she going?
Tonight.
What? Why are you still standing here, Chrissy?
Because there's nothing I can do about it. She's made up her mind.
Well, you better unmake it, hadn't you? Because if she goes to Spain, we're stuffed. Because she's going to start to wonder, you know, how come none of Den's friends have seen him? And then she's going to start digging around.
Yes, well, she's digging around in the wrong place, remember?
Yeah, for now. But it all leads back here, doesn't it? Because what do you do when the trail goes cold? You go back to the last place he was seen, and then you start following his footsteps. But his footsteps don't lead anywhere. You've got to stop her, Chrissy.
Please.
Do something clever, you know. Hide her passport. Lose her tickets.
These airlines don't have tickets. I don't know where she keeps her passport.
You've got to do something.
Oh, well, thank you for the support. It's more than just my footprints in this.
What am I supposed to do? Beg her not to go because it's going to really upset me. You're the one who's close to her. She's under your roof. And she's going to find out soon enough that she's not the only what's in residence.
Would you just calm down?
I don't feel calm.
Well, neither do I. Look, all right. Maybe it's time I did create a bit of a scene.
OK, what are you going to say?
I'm going to show Sharon the consequences of her actions. Don't worry, you don't have to do anything. I'll sort Sharon out.
Well, you better, Chrissy. Because if you don't, you and me, we're going to make the headlines. Right, well, there's the money in the sunblock sorted. Chrissy?
I was clearing out some stuff and found this ring. Your dad gave it to me on the night we moved into the Vic. Brought it all back.
Yeah. But it isn't easy to forget.
I know. But you've got to think of all the good memories you've got.
You asked me to remember the good, but you want to bring back the bad. Sharon, please don't go.
I have to.
I'm asking for my sake, not yours. These last 6 months have been the worst of my life. I'm barely standing. If you bring Den back here, I'm going to go under. And I mean that. Sharon, please, don't go. You're a good friend to me, and I want to be there for you every step of the way. But I'm begging you, don't do this. Because if you do, it is going to destroy me. And maybe not just me. What Den did to you, and Dennis, he set out to destroy you too.
No, I've told you I won't let him do that, not again.
You think you're strong enough to stand up to what's going to happen? No. He'll drive a wedge in. The cracks will start to appear. It'll all come tumbling down. It'll tear us all apart. Do you remember how it felt to be hurt by Den? The way he'd keep coming back for more. Again and again and again. Pain piling up so that you can't breathe. And just when you think you can't take any more, he'd stop, just like that. And it'll be over. Well, that is what's going to happen if you bring Den back here. I'm telling you. Sharon, a wedding is about the future. Don't invite your ghost to the marriage. Don't go, Sharon.
You know, the last thing I want to do is hurt you.
Then stay. No Minty tonight.
He's having a night in with Emma, his new girlfriend.
Oh, has he dumped you then?
No, not for long anyway. I've left him a little something to remind him what friends are for.
Hey, take a drink up for Sharon if you like.
Oh, she's popped over to Paulie's to pick up her washing.
And? Come on, what's happening?
I've sorted it.
What have you done now?
Well, seeing as Sharon has developed a sudden love of trouble, I've taken her on a guilt trip.
Sorry I left it so late, Paul.
Oh, not to worry. You all ready for the off?
No, not yet.
Well, what time's your plane?
11 o'clock.
All right, here, have a bicky with that.
Thanks.
Well, I had Rosie Miller in the laundrette all afternoon.
Yeah, how is she?
Well, not at her best, but, well, she'll get through it.
Well, she might not. Some people aren't as tough as they look.
Oh, you'd be surprised. She'll cope. Well, she'll have to.
She came to you for tea and sympathy.
Well, I could have told her everything was hunky-dory, but it would have been wrong. I mean, what sort of a friend would I have been then?
Yeah, but you don't know add to her worries, do you?
Well, I'm sorry, but I don't see the point in ignoring your problems and expecting them just to go away.
I don't know. Sounds quite tempting to me. Well, look, sometimes don't you think it's just best to leave well alone?
Oh, that's rubbish, and that's not you talking. Look, supposing you broke a tooth eating one of those biscuits now, what would you do?
Well, go to the dentist.
Well, why bother if you know it's going to cost you and cause you pain? Shouldn't you be going?
Yeah, you're right, I should.
Hey, Charlie, what can I get you?
No, it's all right. I'm working. I'm taking Sharon to the airport.
All right, Charlie.
Yeah.
Listen, Sharon, it's just going to be a couple of minutes.
Here you go.
Cheers, mate.
Please, don't go. Don't do this.
I haven't got time.
Listen, we have been through hell because of them. We'll go through hell because of him again. I am begging you, don't
Chrissy,
go.
I have to do this for both our sakes. We need to settle this. No, I've got to go.
Sharon!
Chrissy.
You have a good flight, all right?
So you didn't fancy going with her then?
Nah, not my idea of fun.
Must be mad. I fancy a trip to Spain myself.
Yeah, it's a bit hot for my taste.
Ready for the off?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Listen, you give me a call as soon as you get there, yeah? And come back as quickly as you can.
I'll be back before you know it.